Said this picture man comes from Calvary. Something so absurd that he deserves of my mercy. How can it be? I know I've done my wrong, still wrong, something that I can let. You know the court of law, something like this doesn't ring a bell. How can it be? How can it be? I am a rabbit, stuck on the cross. I was a prisoner till you bought my heart of blood. Can I run away? What my accusers say. I am a rabbit, I am a rabbit, so afraid. Made me sit right there as I was in the deep dive picture man. 39 for life, I should have been on my own skin. How can it be? How can it be? Oh, I am a rabbit, it's up on the cross. I was a prisoner till you bought my heart of blood. And I can't run away. What my accusers say. I am a rabbit, I am a rabbit, I'll never understand the repercussions of my life. Is this love or is this hatred flowing out from me? How can it be? Hey, I said I am a rabbit. You should on the cross. I was a prisoner till you bought my heart of blood. And I can't run away. What my accusers say. summer worship nights, Josiah. You guys can grab a seat, grab a seat, grab a seat. My name is Jeremy. Can you say hey, Jeremy? And tonight here at Summer Worship Nights, we wanted to take some time to get into God's Word. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to Jeremiah 29.
Please.
Like this.
Pour that honey
It says,
out.
for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Can somebody say hope in the future tonight?
Hope in the future.
That's right. So tonight, I want to show you how I have seen this play out in my own life. This right here, this is my son Evans. He was born in West Africa in the country of Ghana. His birth mom passed away 3 days after he was born, and he was testing positive for HIV on the day that I met him. And this is my daughter Yodi. We call her Yo-Yo. She was born in Ethiopia, and she was abandoned on the day that she was born, found in a plastic bag on a sidewalk and testing positive for HIV. But friends, I'm here tonight to celebrate with you that both of my kids, they're home now. They're 11 and 12 years old, and listen to this, both of my kids are testing negative for HIV. Jesus gave them hope and a future. That's why, literally just a couple weeks ago, I decided to go all the way back to Ethiopia. I wanted to find the exact location where my daughter was abandoned. So I went to that exact spot. I wrote her a letter, and then I recorded myself reading her that letter in that location. I told her that this place was once meant for darkness and abandonment and death even, but now because of God's love for her, this can be a place of hope. I told her even more about her story, about the teenage girl that was walking down the streets of Ethiopia on the day that she was born. When she heard a noise coming out of a plastic bag, and in that moment decided to stop, get down on the ground, open up the bag, and pull out a beautiful girl that I now call my daughter. So, when I asked Yo-Yo for her permission to share a little bit of her story with you tonight from stage, before she said yes or no, she actually asked me a question. She said, will it help other girls just like me? Well, her and I recently heard about a whole community of broken families all the way in Cambodia. And that's how I got to meet Sophia.
I'm so sorry these things happened to you.
Now, Sophia is 11 years old and in the 5th grade. And Sophia is also an orphan being raised by her grandmother. That's because many years ago, her dad left the family, leaving her mom to care for all of her siblings. Well, this one day, her mom was promised this employment opportunity in a nearby country, so she left to pursue a better life for her kids, but the problem was, she never came back. Sophia, she now lives in this one-room house. She has 3 pair of clothes and 1 pair of shoes. She lived in such a remote location that we had to take this ferry right here across the river just to be able to access where she lived. Now, I got to spend a lot of time with her grandmother, and she said some of the most interesting things to me. I wrote them down. She said, I live one day at a time, and I can't even think of another day in the future and what it'll be. I do not have any future hope. I am hopeless. The world is so dark for me. Well, then she said something that I'll never forget because it had to do with Sophia. She said, Jeremy, I have nothing for the next generation. Things, they seem impossible for me. So, as soon as my daughter and I heard that, we knew that we wanted to be a part of Sophia's story somehow, and we decided to sponsor her. And well, while I was there in Cambodia, I actually had the opportunity to sit down and share my faith with her. Check this out.
If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, then you can say to this mountain, move over there. Isn't that crazy? And then, okay, this is my favorite part. Then he says, even when life feels like it's so hard and so heavy, God is there with us and will help us through it.
Now, to help with the household income, Sophia, she would pick these water lilies right here and sell charcoal.
And even in the midst of her difficult situation, she still had this hilarious personality, and she always found a way to make me laugh. So this one day as we're hanging out together, I asked her if she would draw me a picture. So she starts to draw me this picture of a house. And I said, Sophia, that's amazing, by the way, but whose house is that? Well, that's what she told me. Is she believes if she works hard enough to build a big enough house, well then, maybe then, that's when her parents would come back. Unfortunately, though, poverty is such a major contributor to slave labor that forces parents to make the difficult decision to pursue a better life for their kids, only to be sold into human trafficking and never return. Thankfully, though, while I was there, World Vision just started registering children for sponsorship to help break this cycle of poverty that has existed for generations. Poverty that rips families apart, just like Sophia's. But thankfully, while I was there, I caught a glimmer of hope, because the very next day, we went to a different community. And this was a place where World Vision had actually been working for a number of years, because a bunch of the kids there had been sponsored. And well, something miraculous started to happen. The families, they started growing their own food and providing for themselves. The kids, they started going to school every day. And then the parents, they made the decision that no matter how hard life got, they wouldn't abandon their children, and they would stay together as a family no matter what. Well, since I was already there, I knew I had to meet one of these special girls that had been sponsored, and that's how I got to meet Finette. Now, Finette was sponsored at the age of 10 years old, which interestingly is the same age that many girls are married off in Cambodia. Thankfully though, this lady named Min Mercer in California, she decided that she could set aside $1 and a couple pennies a day to make sure that Finette knew the importance of staying in school and staying with her family. But you know what? Finette, she had huge dreams for her life, but they often felt impossible. Now, you see this dirt road that she's walking right here? Finette started walking this dirt road every single day, starting in the first grade. But when I met her just a couple months ago, it turns out Finette is 19 years old, and she's still walking the same exact dirt road. Because Finette is now the main school teacher to 41 students at the same school that she started attending all the way back in the first grade. Jesus gave her hope and a future. Friends, this is what can happen when we join together and sponsor children. This right here is how we move mountains together. And this is how we bring hope to the hardest places. Now, tonight is a very special night, because we are going to attempt to do something that has never been done before. In fact, the first 1,000 people that join with us, we have a free gift for you from Summer Worship Nights, our way of saying thank you. But before we get to that, I wanted to revisit the story of somebody really special to me. It's my sponsored child, Sophia.
So, did you spend much time with your dad? And how about your mom? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. Do you know that those things that happen to you are not your fault, right? Yeah. But it has to be really hard to carry that around. Sophia, you are so brave and so strong. I'm so sorry these things happened to you. Thank you for telling me. That was really brave of you.
This conversation was so impactful that the translator you saw there in the video had to end up leaving the room because she broke down crying. And friends, when we talk about sponsoring a child, it's something that every single family here tonight can do. It's $39. You do it monthly for as long as you can. There's no contract. You can stop anytime. But tonight, I want to be clear about why we're asking you to do this in the first place. And it's because in Jeremiah 29:11, Jesus promises this for every child.
And tonight, we are going to attempt to do something that has never been done before.
Yeah.
But you know what? I thought, instead of me just telling you about it, I thought it would be amazing to hear from the two guys that had the vision for this in the first place. And so tonight, we're gonna see if we can get them up on the screen.
Summer worship night! What up? Y'all, this night is crazy. Thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you so much. It's so special what God is doing in this place, and so incredible what God is doing through World Vision. As we hear story after story of God's kindness and provision through World Vision, we just knew we had to do something special together here tonight.
Yeah, on these tours, these nights, we usually go in with a plan. We've been working with World Vision for some time now, but we really felt a special call from God to do something that has never been done before on a much bigger scale.
Yeah, never. And so here's the plan. What if we could go to some of the hardest places in the world and find every child available that can be sponsored in Africa and Asia and sponsor them tonight?
So World Vision was able to identify these children and bring along these packets so that you and we can get involved and sponsor these kids.
You're right here tonight, exclusively tonight. Something really special is going to happen as we change these children's lives. But there's a key to all of this.
Yeah, it takes you.
All of us have to step up. If it's within your means and in your heart, man, I encourage you, just like we have, step into a child's life, sponsor them tonight, and watch God work through you to bring hope to the hopeless.
Let's bring hope to the hardest places.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Phil. I hope you didn't miss this. Tonight, this is what we are going to attempt to do. World Vision went and found every single child that is waiting to be sponsored in the continent of Africa and Asia. We know their names, we have their pictures, and they are here with us tonight with their packets. And we are going to attempt to sponsor every single child in Africa and in Asia that is waiting to be sponsored. Something that has never been done before. And what I love so much about Brandon and Phil is they're never gonna ask you to do something that they aren't doing themselves. They both sponsor multiple children. In fact, what they did was they looked at their household, they said, you know what, I have 2 children, I have 3 children, I'm gonna sponsor that many kids, okay? What an amazing example. For my family, Yo-Yo and I were already sponsoring Sophia, so we picked out Tizita from Africa, so that we have a sponsored child in Africa and in Asia. And here's the last thing I need to tell you, listen to this. Tonight, I don't know if you know this or not, but we've already made history. Tonight is the biggest single concert in Christian music history. You did it, Christian Pennsylvania. So with that comes a great responsibility. What if tonight was the largest response to sponsoring children in Christian music history? Listen, on Summer Worship Nights, we have never seen 1,000 children sponsored in one night. So we are going to attempt to do that. That's why we have volunteers throughout this entire stadium. Volunteers, make your way to the front of your section. They are holding packets of the children I just told you about. And in a minute, I'm going to count to 3. And when I get to 3, I need you and your family to throw your hand in the air to receive your sponsored child. But if we are truly going to make history tonight, we're going to need every single family here with us tonight. I'm talking about my friends down here, my friends standing all the way in the back. I see you out there, up in the grandstands, down here on the field. We need every single family. So it looks like the volunteers are ready. They're wearing yellow shirts. It looks like you're ready. I'm going to count to 3. Let's change the world. 1, get those hands ready. 2, decide who's about to raise their hand. Are you ready? 3, let me see the hands of all the world changers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, give these guys a huge round of applause. Come on. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. 1,000 children sponsored in one night. Let's make history. Summer Worship Nights. People will be talking about this night for years to come. Volunteers right here in the center for me. Thank you so much. Keep those hands going up right here in the center. Volunteers, we're running. We're running to every single hand in the air right now. We're running. Running. Get those packets, every hand. Keep those hands up high, Summer Worship Nights. Keep those hands up high. Now, as soon as you get your packet, this is what I need you to do. There's a QR code on the front of that packet. Open up your phone, open the camera up, and scan the QR code on the front. Enter your name, your address, and your first gift. You can use credit card, debit card, PayPal. Kids, you can use your mom and dad's credit card, no problem. Okay? And then hit sponsor now. Now, you're going to want to do this quick, because the first 1,000 people that sponsor a child are going to get a free gift from Summer Worship Nights that also includes a fast pass at merchandise. It allows you to bypass the merchandise line and go straight to the front. So keep those hands up, volunteers. I still need some of the soundtrack. Thank you so much. Keep those hands up. Get this packet, fill it out, and then run to a World Vision table to receive your free gift from Summer Worship Nights and your fast pass for merchandise. There is World Vision tables throughout the entire stadium. Run to them and show them that you sponsored a child on your phone. Now listen, sometimes when we have this many people in one stadium, your phone might not work. Do not panic. All the volunteers have pens. If your phone doesn't work, go ahead and grab a pen, fill out the card inside instead, tear that off and run it to a volunteer to turn it in, and then go get your free gift at a volunteer at a World Vision table, okay? Keep those hands going up. We have volunteers still coming through. Keep those hands up. And finally, if a volunteer cannot get to you, I want you to scan the QR code that's up on the screen. That will direct you to sponsor a child that way. So if you still did not receive a packet yet, run and find a volunteer or scan the QR code on the screen. But tonight, we have to do this right now because we need to know exactly which children were sponsored. So go ahead, keep raising your hand or scan this QR code that's up here on the screen. Friends, right now we're going to take a brief intermission to give you time to sponsor your child. Run to the World Vision table for your free gift. Join us back in here for Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham. God bless you guys. See ya.
I know. And I thought about it, I would have gotten an extra cup from Wawa the last time that we went. And like made sure I didn't touch it and then brought it here. But why would they not have any coffee whatsoever anywhere? That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh shoot. Sorry, I didn't mean to blast out. You're welcome. If it disconnects or I disconnect, just look out for it again. It's just because there's a break in between.
Where is he? Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how long the break is, so if I cut it, I'm gonna, start it again when Brandon Lake and Wickham are out. That sun is killing me. But yeah. Yeah, I'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes.